Hello, Luna Neela here. Today's Tuesday, June 8th, 2010, and this is my Talk to Me Tuesday, doing something a little different. I'm holding my webcam, pointing it at my computer screen, because I thought it would be easier to talk about some pictures I want to show you while they're up, and I'm not real good at editing videos. So bear with me while we wiggle around here, but I had promised to show how I squared up the Sisterhood of the Traveling Project blanket, and then I forgot, but I happened to make a another blanket for Linus Connection with strips of knitted pieces. The variegated yarn you're seeing there is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn that Jules68 sent me. Thank you, Jules, for that. I used all of it, believe it or not, in this project. Then the other two colors, the gray and the blue, are Karen's Simply Soft, and I whip stitched the strips together with I think it's Carrot, Red Hearts Carrot. I really don't like how this is coming out on the video, sorry. Anyway, you see how uneven, you know, I was just learning to knit, my tension wasn't, you know, even. These are two different brands of yarn and blah blah blah. So what I mean by squaring up is not blocking, but getting rid of this unevenness. And this edge is pretty uneven too. So I'm going to try and go through the steps here of how I did that. This is the blanket before I started the squaring up process. It's quite narrow, so I'm going to add a real wide crocheted border here in orange to kind of play off the orange whip stitching here, and there'll be a wide orange border here. It's going to be kind of a weird looking blanket, but I sure hope the kid that gets it loves it. So let's see, the first thing I did was, here's the next picture. Let's see if I'm showing this very good. This sucks. I'm sorry. It's just not very good quality. I wish I could do computers better, but it's not picking up. Tearaway stabilizer. These white strips are tearaway stabilizer. I drew with a yardstick a straight line down each one, and then I measured and made sure that it was the same distance between the lines, and I went all the way up the edges, pinned this on. I did it on both sides. I don't know why it's so dark at the top of the screen there. You want to do it on both sides. It protects the knitting from when it goes through the sewing machine. You're going to use the sewing machine. Here's kind of a close-up of what I was talking about. Okay. And then you do a satin stitch. You go over it twice. Remove your pins as you go, because you're going to break your needle because there's so many penetrations. This is 0.60 on the, you know, how wide apart the zigzag is, and it's 5.0 on from here to here, and 0.60, you know, between each stitch. The first time you go, remove your pins. The second time you go over it, it goes faster because your pins are gone. And then I did a 2.0, which I did after I took this picture, 2.0 straight stitch right down the middle. This has to be real solid, because wait till you see what happens next. Well, first let me show you. This is the tearaway stabilizer. In most places it's already going to be detached, but you just tear it away. It comes off real easy. Can't remember if I mentioned water soluble, but you can use water soluble. Problem is you'd have to get your blanket wet before you crochet your edging, your border. This shows, oh, I hope I'm doing this okay for you guys. This shows, you know, it got pretty close on the edge here, but it's all going to come out even. Then the scariest part is, okay, why am I not, this is so dark. I don't understand why this is so dark. I've got all my lights on. Anyway, sorry about that. Oh, I'm probably making you guys car sick. I'm going to zoom in here so you can kind of see what I'm trying to show, but you cut the uneven edge off. Okay, this is like 1/8 of an inch between the satin stitch and where you cut. If you're nervous, I guess you could go 1/4 of an inch, but I go 1/8 of an inch. And then this shows it all, you know, all evened out. No more uneven edges there. Then you do a, sorry for all the wobbliness. You do a single crochet and you insert your hook below the satin stitch, pull your yarn over through, and then work your next yarn over through your loops above the satin stitch. So you're covering that satin stitch. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I use the same color thread on the sewing machine as the yarn that I'm going to do the border. It just blends better that way. And I think that's it. I probably left out some vital information. This border will be quite wide in order to make the blanket less narrow and weird shaped. But anyway, that's how I did the Sisterhood of the Traveling project blanket. That's how I squared it up, because every strip was knitted or crocheted by a different person, and so the lengths were different, the densities were different, but it worked out great. And I can't remember if I mentioned that this doesn't work for real lacy work. You need a good solid foundation to satin stitch on. But the stabilizer keeps this from warping and stretching as you put it through your sewing machine. And I might have forgotten to mention, I lessen the pressure on the presser foot, and I leave the feed dogs up, because feed dogs are not going to come in contact with the yarn, because you do the stabilizer on top and bottom. I really feel like I didn't do a very good job with this, so please ask questions if you have any questions. And then I wanted to show you my couple other things. Oh, real quick, if I have time, where is it? No, that's not it. Oh shoot, where'd it go? I'm wasting time. Where did it go? Here it is. Which picture? This one. The lighting really sucks so bad. It's just making me crazy. This was my very first Harry Potter knitting and crocheting house cup project. I didn't get it done in time. It's about 5 or 6 inches tall. It's filled with polyfill. This is knitted, the brim is crocheted, the flowers are crocheted, and I use little French knots. But I call this Professor Sprout's Sunday Bonnet, and it was in the herbology class, and we just had to do something with flowers, so that's what I did. And because I was so close to getting it done, I went ahead and finished it. I might use it for a pin cushion or give it as a gift or something like that. I need to hurry. I wanted to show my artist trading cards. Where are they? I'm running out of time, so I think I'm going to cut it off here, and maybe I can show those another time. But Private Lawn and I are swapping ATCs for pendants. I get pendants, she gets ATCs. And yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a great week. Alrighty.